What's going on? We back with the Boxing Clinic and more. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. Don't forget, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Links in the description. If you want to donate to help the channel keep it moving forward, appreciate it. PayPal link is in the description. I ain't gonna do too much of a long reaction on this Golden State sweep of Cleveland Cavaliers and King James, as y'all call them. And talk about the game, talk about the series, then MVP, then wrap it up. Then tomorrow, probably talk about what the best fit for LeBron at. Continue to talk about that in the draft. And a lot of boxing on tomorrow, y'all already know. We don't let the name fool you, we do more than boxing. And today, I told you guys, man, I called it again. Live stream video preview of this game. I told you guys Steph Curry was going to score over 30 points and hit 7 3-pointers. He scored 37 points and hit 7 3-pointers exactly. So for all y'all hating ass people out there saying I don't know nothing about basketball, like I told you guys, that was my first love. So I know basketball, a lot of it. Historian, I know it. I know it better than boxing. I know it like the back of my hand, believe it or not. And tonight I told you guys, it's just too much firepower on the Golden State Warriors side, man. LeBron, he already knew the writing was on the wall. They tried to come out with that energy. They came out in Game 3. They just couldn't find it. And Steph Curry was on tonight. He ain't going to have 2 off nights in a row if he healthy enough. And today, 37 points and 7 3-pointers, man. He filled it up. Klay Thompson is the glue guy, man. He's really, really the glue guy. He do the dirty work. And I'm hearing that he might not come back. So I don't know what they're going to do about that. But I know what they could do in the draft. And I'll speak on that towards the end of the video. But LeBron tried. At the end of the day, it wasn't good enough. His defensive effort wasn't good enough this whole series. It wasn't good enough last year. And when your leader don't defend, your troops don't defend. So that's the biggest problem with Cleveland this year and last year. They ain't defend. And Steph Curry hit a 3, and Steph Curry kind of locked him down at certain points in this game as well, too. When LeBron had him on his back hip and should have punished him. For some reason, LeBron just don't like the physicality of the post game. And as Kobe got older and Jordan got older, and Magic Johnson, they started to use that post game more, because they exerted less energy, and they was dominant at it. And LeBron has the perfect body and the skill set to dominate on the post. That was part of our keys to victory. He didn't want to do it again, and today he suffered the same results. He didn't post up, and he didn't play defense, and it's the same results. He tried to defend Kevin Durant tonight, and I thought he did an okay job, But at the end of the day, just too much, man. It was too much. Golden State went down the stretch. And when they pulled away in that third quarter, it was over with. And, Steph Curry was on. Durant was on. I mean, Draymond played subpar this series. I don't know what was going on with him. Klay Thompson was a glue guy. He did all the small things. And Iguodala was a big pickup as well when he came back. And, yeah, man. They did the damn thing, man. Steph Curry, Klay, Dre. JaVale McGee was a breath of fresh air as well. He did well on the defensive side. I need to play him more as well. But let me tell you this real quick, man. What Golden State Warriors did, that ain't easy to duplicate, man. Y'all might say he put all these people on the team and then supposed to win. They share the ball. They got a perfect ball movement offense. They unselfish. And a lot of times you put a lot of people together on one team, that won't work like that. And to give you a brief preview before I talk about the NBA Finals MVP, Kevin Durant, LeBron go to Houston with Mike D'Antoni as a coach, it won't work. They could bring in DeAndre Jordan, they could keep Clint Capella, they could bring back Chris Paul, it won't work. D'Antoni, whatever his name is, he ain't a strong enough coach, man. And LeBron and James Harden just be sharing possessions and being ball dominant up and down the court. It won't work. I think, the better fits for LeBron, which I say tomorrow, is in a place in Texas as well. And, with a legendary coach, to give you a hint. But Durant, stone cold killer, man. Averaged, almost a triple-double this series, which I don't really care about. But he made winning plays on the defensive end and the offensive end in the series. He made clutch plays. He made a clutch shot last year. He made a clutch shot about the same area, a little bit deeper this year. He's tenacious, and I know Russell Westbrook is sitting at home hating. Everybody saying, he piled up on the Golden State Warriors. So did LeBron when he went to Miami. He had to find his first ring, but it took him 2 years to get his first ring. In Durant's first 2 years, he got 2 rings. He balled out. He lived up to expectations. He didn't shrink under the microscope and under the pressure like LeBron did versus the Mavericks. He rose up to the occasion, but he definitely has a different skill set than LeBron. LeBron is a great all-around player, but Kevin Durant is an assassin. He a killer. And at the end of the day, in Oklahoma City, he felt like he didn't get that opportunity to really be the assassin killer with Russell Westbrook starting to compete for MVPs and shot for shot with him. So y'all got to understand he did what's best for his career, just like LeBron did what was best for his career when Boston was whooping on his hind side. So Durant, back-to-back NBA Finals MVPs. Y'all know what it is, man. You know, LeBron didn't even won back. LeBron did win back-to-back titles, you know, Oklahoma City and over San Antonio. So at the end of the day, you know, Durant is rising. You know, at the end of the day, you know, this team is unselfish. When he won MVP, people was up there happy. You know, Steph Curry played for the MVP tonight, and he didn't get it. But at the end of the day, they just happy that they won the championship, and they had team. They played. They defended as a team. They moved the ball as a team. They played as a team. And Steve Kerr don't get enough credit, man, for what he did. This shit ain't easy. All them egos, all these, you know, big name players. And I know it's hard to win with no name players and shitty rosters, but you know, it don't always work. And people say, well, Houston took them to 7 games. Yeah, okay. At the end of the day, it's called turning the switch on and turning it off. Houston really never had a chance in that series. They never had a chance. At the end of the day, if Houston want to beat them, it's gonna start with coaching. They ain't got the coach to do it, in my opinion. You know, this was the worst Golden State Warriors team out of the 4 years, even the team that went 70 whatever and lost to Cavs. Kyrie. This team was just lackadaisical, injuries. But at the end of the day, when it was time to turn it on LeBron ass, they turned it on him. Shout out to Golden State Warriors tonight, man. They won the championship, man. And, you know, it ain't never easy, but they swept the Cleveland Cavaliers, and they're going to sweep LeBron to another city if he chooses to go somewhere else. But at the end of the day, while they around the league and bullying, and they able to make the small adjustments, and the one player they get in the draft that definitely could change their fortunes, even at the end of the draft, you know, they continue to be dangerous, and they don't get enough credit for finding, you know these Quentin Cooks and Jordan Bells. That's going to be the future of the franchise. But at the end of the day, congratulations to Golden State Warriors, NBA champions. We gone.